Hello, data enthusiast. Welcome back to Guide Coachings. I am Mozam Ali, and today we are diving deep into the world of data manipulation with Tableau. Specifically, we'll be demystifying one of the essential tools in your data toolkit, string functions. In Tableau, string functions are your secret weapons for manipulating and extracting insights from text and string data. They are incredibly versatile and can be game changer in your data analysis journey. To make things crystal clear, we'll dive into practical examples of some commonly used string functions in Tableau. We'll explore functions like left, right, upper, lower, concat, and many more. And of course, we'll show you how to use them effectively. Before we unravel the magic of string functions in Tableau, I want to share an exciting opportunity with you all. Are you looking to supercharge your data analysis skills? Ready to embark on a transformative journey in the world of data analytics? We've got you covered. Introducing our exclusive 3 months online course for experienced and freshers. And here's the icing on the cake. We offer a guaranteed placements with a starting salary of up to 10 LPA, that is 10 lakhs per year per annum. Join us for our demo classes every Saturday and Sunday between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The registration link is right here in the description box. If you have not subscribed us, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. Now let's get down to the business and explore the fascinating world of string functions in Tableau. Let's quickly jump onto the practical window. So this is my Tableau window which is already opened. Now here we will be using string functions. So string functions basically works on the string values, your name, address, category, subcategory, regions. These are the things on which you can apply your string functions. Now for an example, I will take, this is my customer name. Okay, this is the list of the customers who are present into the database. I have connected the data source to the Tableau. Now if I want to get the left side of it, this is my right side, this is my left side. From the left side I want to get the name. So if I want to get the first name of any customer, of all the customers from the customer name table, how I can do? So in SQL we have seen that we can use left function. Similarly over here we can use that as well. So how we will do, we can create a calculated field, and we know how to create calculated field. So I have already done that, so I'll show you the calculated field. I will do an edit, and this is how I will do. So for writing a left function, I will write left, and then I'll give the customer name, that is the column name, what my column name is, and comma, and then I will give the number of characters that I want. So if I count, these are the 5 characters which I want it to be displayed, so I have given 5. And if you see over here onto the right side, here is the description for left function. Okay, this is the description for the left function. You can read the description, you can understand it from the definition and syntax, that how to use that function. Okay, if I execute this, I will get all the details. So if I put this into here, I will get the first names of the customers. Similarly, if I want to get the last names of the customers, I will again, what I will use, definitely I am going to use a string function, but now I will not count it from here because it will be too much. I will count it from the backward. Okay, so for that, this is a left, so from counting from this side will be a right function. So I will do an edit, and I'll just change it to right, and I'll just comment it out. Okay, if I comment it out, and you can see that this Bergman have 7 characters. Okay, 7 characters. So I will write that 7, so it will count from N A M G R E B. This is the counting, and if I click OK, it will show me Bergman. See, that is how we use left and right. If you want to trim it from left side, from right side, you can use that left or right function. Now moving on to our next function, if I do edit now, if you want to trim it from the middle, or you just want the substring of it, I will just write it mid. So if I write mid, you can see the returns the characters. You can read the description basically, but here Tableau software, and if you give the 9, it will start from the left side, and it will it will count the letters from the right side, and it will print it out. Okay, so if I give 2 and 4, there are the length, this the fourth the third parameter is your length, so that is the length and the starting point you need to give. So if I am giving 2 and 4th, so it will count 1 2 from, okay, so I will just uncomment it, and if I do it, so it is taking the second character, that is the A, second A, R O N. This is the length, that is 4 characters. It is 4 characters it is taking. So if I go and edit it, these are basically very simple functions. The length we have given. So if I give, I'll just do an, yeah, here it is. So this is basically a mid function. They are very simple functions, we can use them. They are going to be used independently, or there can be a combination of these functions to achieve something. So if you have some, if you have first name and last name together, you can bifurcate the first name and bifurcate the second name on the basis of the space as well. We will see it later, but like as of now, if it is simple, like every first name has 5 characters, we can separate it out using left and right functions for first name and last name. Okay, then find, what will find do? So if I go here and if I put find, so it is giving me the description. Basically, if you see the example, it says find calculations, this is the string, and if I give alcu, so it is going to find out the index. Now what index it will find? It will find the A's index. So if I am giving here am, okay, now if I go here and if I put find, see this, so customer name, so these are my customer's name, and this am, it is going to find am, so it is not present over here, it is not present over here. Am is present over here, so it is going to find out the index. Now this am is not 2 words, it will be considered as one character only. Am, wherever this combination is found, it will print the index. So wherever A is found, it will print, to be precise, wherever A is found, it will print the index. So 2 4 6 space is 7 8 9 10. See, the 10th is the string count. Now moving on to the next function, that is our len. What is length function? Len is nothing but the length. Okay, now this is again a very important function which is going to be used to calculate the length. So if we must have used it into the Java and into while loops, into when we were discussing about the SQL queries for writing a while loop. So at that time we have we have used while loop in one of the example where we were discussing about to find out the numbers and the names, to separate out we have given one string and we were separating out the numbers and the characters, separating out. So what we created a loop and we executed the loop till the length of that particular character. So if suppose I have given a name like Adam, so Adam, and in between A we have one number, in between after D we have one number like 1 2 3, and every alternate is one number one character, one number one character, one number one character. So to find it out the length, we use this function, len function. So if I give the len, it will give me the length of every name. So it will count the space also. So do 2 4 5 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if I click OK, it will give me the 13 as a length for the first name. Okay, because it is counting the characters, each characters. Okay, it is counting the space as well. Now this is how you will use len function. We have seen left, right, mid, find and len function. Len is very important one. Okay, then I will go here and edit it one more time. I'll comment it out this part. Okay, then upper and lower are basically very simple for conversion of any text. If you can see on the example, we have a small, in lowercase we have some text. If you want to convert that into uppercase, at that time we will use upper, and if you want to convert some text into lowercase, we'll be using lower. What is the importance now? Understand this, like when we are creating a username and password, at that time it is case sensitive. Okay, so to no to put that value into the database or wherever the record are getting placed into the data source, at that time we need to maintain a consistency. It should not be it should not happen that we are writing the password into capital and it is getting stored into smaller case, or we have stored it into the smaller case and now we are typing it into the capital letters for password or for the username. So to maintain that consistency, we can really use these functions and they are really helpful in that section. So let's take an example, a practical example, where you are creating a row level security, where you are giving every user an access on the basis of their email address. Okay, individual users you are adding to a region and you are giving access to them, but at that time the email address may have some small word, smaller letters, but by type, while you are typing, you typed it in a capital letter, so the email address typed in small letters and email id which is typed in capital letters won't match. So to match that, we will use this function, that is upper or lower. Okay, so if I use uppercase with the customer name, it is going to change all the names into the uppercase. Similarly, if I want to use it into the lowercase, I can do that and I can put it into the lowercase. Okay, and then I will click on apply and you can see the names are changed into lowercase. Now again, I will change it. We have some more functions like trim. So what trim is? Trimming, you must have used the trimmer, and that trimmer is trimming. So basically it cuts down the things. So here we are using trim function for string, which will trim out the characters at the top, at the bottom, in the middle, wherever you will describe it. So so like see, if I put as uh, I will use this sample text, which is again a calculated field which I have created. So in here I have written some small, simple text. Okay, so basically trim is left trim and R trim. If I write it, yeah, if you can see the example, so it trims out the spaces at the starting or at the end. Now here in the names we don't find it, but what if I put the sample text? So if you see, here is my sample text. I will edit it. I will edit it over here so that you can see what exactly I'm talking about. This is my sample text. It's some simple calculated field which I have created with lots of spaces at the start and at the end, and now I want to trim out those spaces. So to trim it out, what I will do, I will use, now see the difference. If you can see the difference, here the text is with spaces and it is without spaces because I am using the trim function over here. Now what I will do, I will go edit, I will do a L trim. Now what is L? L is left trim. What is left? This is my right hand and this is my left. So whatever space is present at the left, it will trim it out. and it will give me the actual characters. Now where it is helpful in practically if you know user is adding his name, and by mistake he pressed and spaces multiple times before adding his first name, and then he added his first name after thousand or after 5 4 spaces. So at that time, to trim it out, when I write a query, I won't find his name into the line, or I won't be able to understand what exactly those spaces is. So it will be not of my use or none of anybody's use. So what I will do, I will use a L trim. I will use a left trim over there to cut down the unnecessary space and remove the spaces and keep the actual value. So that is the biggest advantage of left trim and right trim, to cut down the spaces from both the direction. So I will show you one example, that is the sample text. You know how the sample text looks like, and if I click OK, you can pay attention to this string function. It will get slightly changed. Okay, you can't observe the change because it is very fast. So I will just open it again. Okay, this is how left trim and right trim works. Then we have one more function, which is split. Now splitting is again a very important function of string. So I will write split. What split is? Split function is used for splitting the character. So like you have date, you have year, month, and day. So if you want to split it out only the years from the whole date, you can do it by using the split function. Okay, or else if you have spaces in between, so you have first name and last name. Okay, so I will just remove the sample text from here, and I will put my customer name over here again. Where is my customer name? Yeah, here it is. So I'll put it over here. Now see, this is my customer name. What I will do, I want it to have the customer name and separated by space. Okay, now if you see here, I have given the string, that is a hyphen b hyphen c hyphen d comma, then into the single quote I am giving the delimiter. Okay, it is we call as a delimiter, the separator, and then comma we are giving the length. Okay, so we are giving the index. Okay, token number or index we call. So here we are giving the space, and then after that we are giving 3. So after space it will count for 3. Okay, where it is gone? Yeah, string function is here. So if I open it, edit it, where it is gone? Yeah, so here it is taking the split function. So basically split function will split your whole characters into the desired one. So if I give 3, if it is giving hyphen, then it will be considering that, and it will have the token number. Okay, so yeah, sorry. So if I give the first part, so this is the first part and this is the second part. So yeah, actually this is the delimiter, that is the separator. So if I give 3, so it will be considering the third part, the third space. Okay, so this space is considered as the 0th location, the index, and the first part is this and the second part is this. Okay, the text which is present before the space is first part, and the after one is the second part. So I'll show you one more time. String function, I'll click edit, and I'll scroll it down. I'll put it over here too. So first part, second part. Now it will give me Hawkins as a result. See, Hawkins. That is how the split works. Okay, now again, if I go here and edit it, I'll keep it open. I don't know why I'm closing it every time. Okay, so if I put it as 3, so it will go like first space 1 2, then second space 2 3. See, if a string has 2 spaces, so first space second, first second, Then we have second space, so second and third, that is how it will be calculating. I'll put it over here 3, and I'll just apply it, and you can see you are not able to see anything over here. But as you scroll down, and you scroll down, and where it is, the second space, wherever the, yes, here it is. See this, the first space, the second space, the first string, second string, and third string. That is how it is splitting the whole string. This is very useful whenever you are dealing with strings. Whenever interviewer is asking you, I have a string with first name, last name, and his middle name, and I want to get the first name, or I want to get the first name, last name, and the middle name. How I can do it? You can do it using split functions. Okay, now moving on to our next function, that is replace. Now, as the name suggests, replacing something. If you want to replace something, you will be using the replace function. Now, what is replace will do? It will take the string, whatever string you want to do, it will take that, it will take the substring, and it will take the replacement as well. So I have taken as customer name. Here I have given A. I want to replace A with a capital B. Okay, now see, it will, I have given a small letter A, but it will consider the small and the capital A equally, and then it will replace both. It will not replace only small a, it will replace both capital A and small a with B. Okay, so if I apply it, see this, small a and capital A is replaced with capital B. If I change it to small b, it will be no difference. It will just change the b from capital to small. That's the use of it. And see this, it is using like it is changing all the a's which are coming into the string. It is changing all the characters. That is, I have learned it in a very hard way, where I was giving an interview and the interviewer asked me about the replace and the stop function. Stop function is like, my system is old, so it is not available in my system, but the Tableau versions from 2020 it is available, so you can use that stuff function and try it by yourself. So replace function is very good, and you can use stuff as well. So stuffing is nothing but it will change uh, uh, the a with whatever value, or the substring, and the replacement whatever you want to do. They basically works in the similar line. Then last but not the least, there are three more important, three again very important functions, which are starts with, ends with, and contains. So we'll talk about starts with. So whenever we have a string like this, okay, I think, yeah. So what is starts with? So starts with is basically helps you to find out any string. Whenever you are aware that, okay, this name starts with a, the name starts with a, but I don't know the full name of that particular candidate who has age 40, and who has cleared the L1 round. So I will do on the Tableau side or on the SQL side, I will use the like operator, and I will use the wildcard characters onto the SQL side. But over here I can use the starts with function. So it starts with, and then I'll give the name, I'll give the first letter, or the whatever letters I know, I will put that, and I'll just click on apply. So it will give me a true and false value. So whatever names it follows the name, it follows the rule, it will give as true. And simply I'll put this filter into the filter, and I'll just take the true values. Okay, I'll take the true values, and I'll click on apply and click on OK. So it gives me the values. That is how simple it is. I got the three results. Okay, now you can see 3 marks. Now if I remove this, I have 776 records in it. So it is making my life easy. Okay, that is how the starts with work. Similarly, if I know that, okay, the name of the candidate ends with an, but I'm not sure what was the first name, what was the his last name's first character, I don't know that, so I'll put that an over here, and then it will find out, it will give me all the true letters, all the names which are following this condition to this. And I will put this string function to filters again. I'll put the true values, and you can see that I got 43 an. Every record is following the condition which I wanted. Now the third condition is, I know that the name of the candidate has a in it, or it pe in the name, but I don't know it was the first name whose which was starting with the pe, or in the end it was, or in the middle it was, I don't know that. So what I will do, I will use contains at that time. Contains is very helpful for that. So if I put pe over here, and if I apply, it will be true only for those names who have pe in it. So the first name pe, you can see that. Then we have Peter. Then we have Campy, pe, it is coming at the end, so it is in the middle, it is in the starting of the last name, it is at the end of the last name. That is how it is going to be used. Okay, so these are the very helpful functions which I wanted to show you guys. And we have already, just to sum it up, what all things we have learned over here today is about left function, mid function, right functions. Then we have learned about the concat function. Basically my system does not support the concat function, but you can go and check it out onto the 2020 versions and above of Tableau to find out the concatenation. Basically concatenation is helping you to concatenate two strings the same way it is doing into the SQL. It is going to help you over here in Tableau. The length function, again, it is nothing but finding out the length of the string which is given. Then finding a string will be giving you the string index. Then if you have the upper, if you want to convert the username or the email address into uppercase, you can use upper, or if you want to convert it into lowercase, at that time you will use lower. And if you want to convert the alphabetical order, you will use proper. So proper again is a 2020 2 and above version function which is available, so you can give a try and work on it, or else you can just remember it. So it works as a camel case. So whatever the word you have, so if you have guide coachings, so G of guide will be capital and C of coaching will be capital. So every word which comes after a space will be the first letter of that word will be capital. That is how proper works. Then we learnt about the trim function. We have learnt about trimming. So trimming basically works on the spaces. So if you have unnecessary spaces and the string, at that time you can use to trim it out those spaces. For left, if you want to specifically to trim out the left space, you will use left trim. If you want to trim out the right spaces, you will use R trim. If you want to split the characters uh, in a string, you have certain words which are separated by spaces or by hyphens. Then at the time you will write the string, you will write the delimiter, and you will give the token number, okay, to give the position like what exactly you want. Then we have replace function. We got to know that whenever we have a string, and we will give the substring and the new string, or the replacement, we call it old string and the new string. Then we have stuff function. So stuff function is again used for the replace function as similar line. Then we have contains, we use it for finding out any particular character, a word, or a combination of two or more characters. We can find it into the string, whatever string it is. It is address, it is name, it is category, subcategory, region, anything. You will just put, unless it is string, you can use it. Contains. Then we have starts with. So whenever a string starts with, you will use that starts with function. And if the string ends with a particular character or particular combination of characters, at that time you will use ends with. Okay, that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, any queries, or any doubts regarding the topic which I have covered today, you can write me a comment and I will be discussing it into the next session. That's all for today. Thank you so much, guys. Please hit that subscribe button and follow us for more such videos. That's all. Thank you.